everybody, FSC Trucking. I wanted to give you guys a little bit of sneak peek of what's coming up here in the very near future because, well, recently the content's been a little bit behind, maybe 3-4 weeks, but I wanted to touch base on what's coming up here in the future because there's a lot of stuff happening, there's a lot of stuff getting ready to change. All for the good. It's all sitting in the back of this pickup truck. These are the original wheels that come off of Shimon's Cabover, grinding gears, green Freightliner FLT. It's 1983 if I remember right. Either way, these are the wheels that come off that thing. We sent them out down and polished. We got a big stack of brand new tires out there. That's a sponsored deal, so we got brand new drive tires getting ready to go on these wheels. We also have all brand new inner steel wheels to come in with that, so that's gonna be awesome, so can't wait. Unfortunately now I gotta carry this stuff out of the truck, but there's a lot more coming. We also did a little shopping over at Detroit Diesel. Getting ready to do a handful of work on Black Dog. All right, and now for some of the coolest stuff we got going on. Yeah, 'cause stuff's getting ready to change for the good. You ordered a high pole kit for this. We got to put a high pole on the front of this truck. So, kit, and this is actually the pole, the mount, and the bracket to hook onto the tow hook on the front of the truck for high pole work. But that's not all. Four State Trucks sent us a nice light bar. We'll go up on the top of here. We also got to run and get some flags and stuff for side mount flags up on the side of the back rack. But we got a nice big LED strobe light bar for the top of this sucker. I already have the strobes mounted in the front, and these are strobes as well. So that'll be pretty much all set, ready to ride. We're pretty excited for that. Alrighty, obviously we're trying to get the valve cover off here, so this top bracket comes off. Take it off from here. I don't know if you have to take these off or just leave them dangle, but that bracket's certainly got to come off. I think the farmer that owned this truck before Timmy did had a lot of bench stock in metric. I've never seen an engine with so much half metric, half fractional in my life. Half this thing's metric. There's a bracket right here that holds this line right here. Actually, not as loose. It might come out. So now, should have easy access to take the valve cover off. That ain't good. The thread's coming out with the bolt. See? It's only one buck wild on the torque on these things, especially the ends. Probably chasing a gasket leak without replacing the gasket. If I had to bet, that'd be where I put my money. All right, blow by tube and then it comes off. Okay, here we are. Now we only have one Jake brake that works. I'm curious as to which one it is that works and why it isn't working. All right, what we're gonna do is fire it up with the valve cover off. It shouldn't make too much of a mess. But I want to test fire the Jakes, which as far as I know, you just push the plunger down on the solenoids and that should fire the Jakes manually without electric. So we don't know if it's an electric problem or a bad Jake brake pack. So while we have it open and running, let's go ahead and fire it and see what happens. Alright, if you notice, all three fired, but I did this one first. It didn't make a noise. I didn't hold it long enough. I thought maybe something was broken when it shot the oil out. This one was a lot louder, making a lot more noise. This one made some noise. This one made almost none. It almost sounds like maybe it's trying, but it's so far out of adjustment or not working at all. So best we could figure to do is just adjust it at this point, I guess. We've made a mess, but we learned a thing or two. I did one more. Oh, hidden in plain sight. So what I've done is I downloaded a entire 60 series repair manual or service manual. It took 3 volumes of 4-inch ring binders to do it, but I did. So I have the actual book as to how to do this job per the specs. So I've got to go through them all and figure out exactly what to do here. It's like it's showing how you check your injector height. I did buy the tool per the serial number of my engine and so on. So there you go. You guys can check this out. Measurement and adjustment period. Fuel, valve and fuel injector rocker arm assembly components. See, so on. So now we just got to get to how to adjust it properly. But to do the valve adjustment, I do know you have to take the Jake brakes off. So we'll go ahead and page through this and find that part. All right, so I skipped ahead and I already removed Jake brake number 3. I'm calling that 1, 2, and 3. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cylinders. I already removed this one. I adjusted number 6 valves. So the way it explained how to do it is to bring each cylinder on valve overlap. So when number 1 cylinder is on valve overlap, you do the valves on 6 and the injector on 2. I didn't do injectors yet, I just did the valves on number 6. Wanted to do it off camera to see how, you know, basically get it done before I looked like an idiot. Jake brakes require 12-point sockets, and these are 12 millimeter 12-point sockets. So we're going to go ahead and pull the Jakes off. Now these are, according to the book, these are very special bolts. Alright, so there we go. So now we adjust injector 2. So per the book, down in there is supposed to be a alignment hole for a tool. Do the intakes first. Feeler gauge, 8 thousandths. Goes between this little button and the valve stem itself. So you just put it in there like so, move it back and forth and tighten until it gets a little draggy. Obviously too loose. Oops. Little bit of resistance, just like that. Tighten that down. And what I like to do is take this, that way you can hold that still. Fold that down, attach a crow's foot, and this gets torqued to 35 foot-pounds. That's a little loose. Let's try it again. Give that a try. I like that. On to the next one. Alright, next is the exhaust. Take it. Now remember, it's number 5 that came up on overlap. We just set the valves for 2. Now we set the injector for 4. Alright, so again, 1, 2, 3, number 4 injector, conveniently right there. Now right down in the gap right between in there is where that hole is. try to show it to you. You should see it right there. So what you do, you take this loose, put your Allen, in there to turn it. What you're doing is you're setting this into that hole and lining up it with the top of the injector. The injector is a little high, so you line it up. I don't know how well you can see it. Probably see a little better there. There you go. That should be good for you guys. You try to put it up on top, lining it straight up and down, and you turn it right and see it. Listen, it's really obvious to turn it down. That better. That's perfect. Alright, so now go back to ye rusty trusty torque wrench. Hold that from turning. Oh, I guess I could have fingered it down a little bit. Perfect. Now next on the overlap list is number 3. So once this gets overlapped, these are intakes, these are exhausts. Once the exhaust starts coming up and the intake starts going down, you're on overlap. There we go. There's overlap. Now overlap on 3 means valves on 4, injector on 1. So now we'll go ahead and start that. Valves 1, 2, 3, 4. You can feel a little bit of looseness in there, but not much. Here, you can hear it. It's probably close, but do them anyway. Remember, intakes at 8 thousandths, exhaust at 26 thousandths. Okay, now I've installed the Jake brakes. Just kind of finger tighten the bolts down. Go ahead and Run them down by hand fast. Now off camera on the table, I already backed off the slave bridge adjustment, so that's ready to go. It says you want it flush or recessed into the housing itself when you start, because you actually adjust that first, which is a surprise, but you warn that that's the order they want it. All right, finger tight. They say start at 40 pounds. Start at 40 psi. You start at 40 foot-pounds, start at the camshaft, and then go to the exhaust manifold side. It's 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40. Yes. Click. So now, run it up to 100. Again, starting at the camshaft side. Sure. Now that the Jakes are installed, it's important to know the ones you can do, which are the ones where the exhaust is loose, like so. This one is tight, can't do him. We can do this one here. So first thing we're gonna do, I already loosened this, you see. So this is a bridge, pushes on both sides of your rocker arm. It's like a fork, like this way, right? Like that. There's a flat piece here, just like here. See, it's flat, adjustment here, and flat there. But first we gotta loosen this adjustment. Proper adjustment on this is 23 thousandths. So we have our 23 thousandths feeler gauge. We'll stick it in here between the top of the piece that adjusts, this piece here, but on the other side, obviously. Actually pretty reasonable. So they say to tighten this until you get a slight drag. I call that a slight drag. Hold it still. That gets tightened down to 25 foot-pounds. That seems ridiculously light, don't it? Now the same over here. Sorry guys, the camera kind of got in your way, or my way, so had to move yous. It's 35. Okay, 6 is done. Can't do that one. Can't do that one. 3 is doable. Well, crap. I was hoping that it made a little difference in the Jake brakes. This one isn't doing anything. This one's doing the most. This is doing probably middle. So, all right. It's too late to do anything about it now. We got to load up. We got to get out of here. So, we're just going to button it up. Now that we know something, yeah, we just order new Jakes for rebuild kits or whatever. We'll see how it does on the road, but I don't think anything's changed here. Go to work.